Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today we came back with another episode on tips to consider and tips to know when going into an interracial relationship. So I'll give you 5 tips and my husband will give you 5 tips, but we'll try to shuffle it within ourselves. So tip number 1 for myself was voicemail. You know how you call someone, you plan to talk to that person and you go calling the person and it goes to a voicemail. In their world, you're expected to drop a voicemail saying, hi, this is why I called you. But if you're coming from an African home, if you don't get the person, you may drop a text or like keep trying or wait and try again next time. No, I called him one certain day and I couldn't get him, and I needed him at that point, and I was so pissed. So he called back saying, I saw your missed call. Why didn't you drop a voicemail? And I'm like, I go, huh? He's like, you didn't get me, so you should drop a voicemail so that when I pick up the phone, I actually know what the problem was. And I'm like, so when I was calling you, I should have told myself that it was a voicemail I was going to talk to, not him. Do you understand? This is one thing. If you're dating a white guy, just know that they don't expect you to. They expect you to like drop a voicemail. If you can't get them, drop a voicemail. Don't.
It's logical.
Don't. Till this point, we've been married. We are married. Sorry. To this point, I don't drop a voicemail because when I started calling you, I didn't expect to talk to a robot. So I would drop a voicemail maybe on WhatsApp, or I'll text and saying, please, when you're free, call me. This is that. But I would start saying after the tune, you not say, hi, Shemek. Rubbish. I don't do that. So that is one thing you should know while going into an interracial relationship.
From a guy's point of view, it's hair. First thing I want to say about when dating a black girl is hair. Hair is the most crucial part in their lives. I did not know you can really care about your hair that much, It's from picking up the style online or in a shop to tactic takes days, because you have to know what kind of outfit she wants to wear. Second of all, you have to know the length. Then when you actually buy it, it's another thing. You have to sort out her natural afro hair with the for the wig to actually sit well on her head. That takes like a day at least of making. Depends how long she has. She does it for like 4 or 5 hours. And another one is taking care of the hair like it's a real hair. So wash it, everything. I mean, like, I care about my beard, but it takes maximum an hour. She does it for a whole week before she even actually wears it to go out with me. So when you actually date a black girl, prepare to have most of her allowance. She gets an allowance. Prepare to have that allowance to be spent on the hair, and it actually works. It's worth it, because she comes out glorious, glamorous, everything, and in the end it's worth its money. But it takes a lot of time, so be prepared for that.
So the third one would be finance. So for finance in Europe and Western world, it's like 50-50. You don't expect to allow him handle everything. Back home, some women will just stay home and take care of the kids, take them to school, come back, teach them all those things, while the men go and hustle. No, it goes here 50-50. When I go to work, you stay at home and take care of the kids. When I come back, we shuffle it. If I do the dishes today, you do dishes tomorrow. It's like a maintenance, a balanced thing, because it's 50-50. So
we're sharing duties. Yeah. The part would be cooking. Before we even started dating, I was against spicy food. I couldn't eat spicy food, and I did not imagine anyone eating spicy food as normal. And when she first time invited me for like it was a dinner, wasn't it? it was a dinner, and she made me like a normal, not like, what was it, egg sauce, I think?
I think it was yam and egg sauce.
Yam and egg sauce, yes. And I ate it. I was like, okay, I did it like normal, you know what I mean? I wanted, okay, I'm excited. I ate it, I'm like, it was tasty, but then I started feeling hot. And I'm like, can I have...
Warmer.
And I tried not to, maybe she like me overspiced and stuff, you know what I mean? And I looked at her and she's just eating and looked at me like I'm an idiot. So spicy. I was not used to it. And after a while, she kind of gave me a little bit. We talked about it, and she said like, oh, it's a normal for me. I didn't know. She actually decreased the amount of spicy she usually gives to her food, especially for me.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, that was the decrease. I was mind blown.
But now I think you're okay with it.
Now we eat on the same level.
Yeah,
surprisingly,
so.
I never thought I'd survive to this point.
So.
But yeah, and she kind of, after a while, she started to add more spice.
Yeah, just it's endurance. Just keep putting up. You don't put it as a whole because it's too much for them. So just bit by bit.
Last time we went to my parents. And they made a dish for her, like more spiciness, and she was like, oh, that's actually pretty spicy. My parents ate like half of it, just like a lot of water, and they looked at me, and I'm like, eating normal. I'm like, how did you, what? I'm like, yes, I'm an expert right now.
The next one for myself, what I have experienced is gifts. I feel like this is going to be my final point. Ooh. Gifts. So, if you're expecting expensive gifts, I'm telling you now, sorry. There's nothing for you. Just expect thoughtful gifts. Don't expect expensive gifts. Let me give you an instance. On my birthday, I was expecting, a bag. I'm not saying Gucci. I'm just saying a bag. Something just... like a gift, something you can always remember. I know you can remember certain things, but like something you can hold on to, which is what our African parents like do. This one comes in with flour, and a lighter and cake, and then boom, I open it because it was wrapped, and that's the painful part. They take so much effort wrapping that thing, and then you open it, and then you know how your level bar from 10 goes down to 2? It went 10 to 2. But then I was so excited because I was like, this is just the morning, so maybe something else will come in the daytime. So I read this letter which he wrote handmade, and it was so nice. He expressed himself how much I meant to him. I was so excited. Now we decided to go for dinner later that day. So I'm all dressed with my wig on. Took me hours to figure out what wig to wear, and I get there. There is not even a little box sitting down there beside him, nothing. And I'm like, oh, probably in his pocket. So I look around, no bag of anything like for a gift. So I go, okay, have faith, believe. The day ends, like it's now evening time for me to go. And then, boom. I look around. Nothing. And then he's like, bye. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. I'm like, my head is steaming, literally. But I'm like, keep calm and smile. Look pretty, girl. And I'm like, I call my girlfriend, I'm like, do you know what? I made up, like I had to buy a new dress for this whole dinner. There was no shoe. Cause she was like, oh, he's gonna give you a shoe, because he asked for your shoe size. Apparently, it was his mom who was buying me a shoe, not him, his mom. So, for your husband, they think of more like of a thoughtful gift than actually like an expensive gift. They want to give you something you would remember. So now that later is kept.
I can give you an instance. And when she speaks to her friends, Well, as a guy, as a boyfriend, as a husband, you kind of like wanted to hear, even though you don't care, but you want to hear like what she's saying, because you can see her body language. She's probably saying about you, so you kind of like say, and then you don't understand at all nothing. And that's not even the bad part. It's not that she speaks in her original language, in Hebrew, for example, in her case. She speaks English, but it's the English you never thought existed. Apparently, it is a language. It's a pidgin, and I was like hearing. I hear English, yeah. And I'm like, what? It's not even a proper sentence. The grammar is all completely out the window. It's an ultimate spy language, I'd say. No one would know what you are saying.
Do you know what? Should I give you a shock of your life? Even people in Nigeria, like there are classes of pidgin. There's like Benin pidgin. There's like Rivers pidgin. There's like Urobo pidgin. There's like classes of pidgin. So my pidgin.
How do you even? There's no grammar to differentiate. There's no time. There's no nothing. What, a tone of voice? All I hear them in the movies. The other one, the movies we watch. Actually, I started liking them, but like they all shouting when speaking pidgin. And it's all about the body language. You don't even have to listen to the one. The body language tells you the whole story. You know what I mean? It's like the ultimate drama class over there. Like everyone can become an actor from Nigeria.
So guys, we just told you these tips now. So tell us what you're facing in your own relationship in the description below. Also, we do want suggestions. So suggest to us what you want to talk about. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like, share this video, and we'll come back with more videos. Goodbye.